안녕하세요, becoming Jin입니다. Hi everyone, it's Jin. Welcome to my channel. So we recently took a trip to Danang and Hoi An in Vietnam, and I've been meaning to turn it into a video ever since. And let me tell you, I had so much fun making it. It's been almost a week since we got back, but my heart still feels full. This video is like a little time capsule of moments that meant the world to us. It was our very first overseas trip together as a family, and for my husband and me, it was the first time we traveled abroad in over 6 years. The last trip we took was right before COVID, and more importantly, before we had our beautiful daughter, so this trip felt extra special, almost like a milestone. And I'll be honest, we went a little extra with this trip, but I think that's what makes it so energizing. It gives us something to hold on to when we're back in the middle of our everyday routine, doesn't it? We spent hours researching hotels, reading reviews, before finally picking 2 resorts we were super excited about. And after staying at both, we felt each one had its own charm, with just a few minor downsides. Overall, we're so glad we got to experience them both. We started with the intercontinental Danang Sun Peninsula Resort for our first and second nights, and then moved on to the Four Seasons Nam Hai for nights 3 and 4. Honestly, even getting to Incheon Airport felt like an experience. We used the Genesis Airport valet service, and it was incredibly convenient. While they looked after our car, they drove us straight to the terminal in a comfy limo. Everything was smooth from the very start. And then the flight. It didn't feel real until we were actually boarding because it had been so long since we had flown.
Finally, time to get on board.
We weren't sure how our daughter would react.
Like when the airplane takes off, your ears might feel funny, or it'll go away soon, okay? Do you know what to do when your ears feel weird? Yeah, just like that. 어떻게 알았어? Yeah. Do some swallowing a few times. That helps your ears pop. Yeah, that makes your ears feel better. Are you getting nervous? Somebody looks a little scared. Somebody looks a little nervous.
I'm getting nervous.
You're gonna be fine.
Except for a tiny bit of nervousness at takeoff, she settled right in.
방향을 바꿔서 준비되면 뛰어나는 슝. 뛰어간다 비행기. 뛰어간다. 비행기 엄청 빨리 뛴다. 밖에 봐봐. 와. Now literally we are flying in the sky. 안 무서워? Do your ears feel okay? You're so brave. Do you want to show him the outside?
Once the novelty wore off, she got a little bored mid-flight, so we gave her magnet toys, and later she watched The Wicked on the in-flight screen. She loved it. When we landed in Vietnam, a Mercedes-Benz from the hotel was waiting. They welcomed us with cool wet towels, which felt amazing after the flight. On the way to the resort, we saw countless motorbikes, like way more than we had imagined. So vibrant. We passed the famous Dragon Bridge, drove past the Danang beachfront resorts, then climbed higher and higher into the mountains. We even passed Lady Buddha on the way up. Finally, we arrived at the Intercontinental. The resort felt tucked deep into the mountains, almost magical and serene. Our butler was already there waiting for us.
4.5.
She walked us to Citron for welcome tea and dessert. We got lucky and scored one of the terrace tables overlooking the sea.
Wow.
I guess arriving late in the afternoon worked in our favor. Stepping onto the terrace felt like floating in the sky. Absolutely breathtaking. Even though there was complimentary afternoon tea at the club lounge nearby, we decided to stay for the view. It was a little hot and sticky out, but fresh coconut juice made it all worth it. After tea, our butler helped us set up WhatsApp and showed us how to reach her anytime. It was so easy. Just a quick message for anything we needed. Then she called the buggy and took us to our room. And wow, the heavenly penthouse. Perched on the top floor, it had an even more incredible view than we had imagined. And the bathtub. It was huge, easily the biggest and the most beautiful I've ever seen. Yep, I kind of fell in love with it.
튀김 같은데? 이거 어떻게 튀김?
That night, though, there was a mix-up. Our butler thought we had booked a table at La Maison, a French restaurant, but I'd meant Citron. I'd also booked La Seine at the Four Seasons for 2 nights later, so the similar names tripped me up. We ended up at La Maison anyway, that super fancy visual concept restaurant.
기어다니고 있어.
응? 어디?
엄마 왜 도마뱀들이 여기에 많아?
그러게.
여기 봐봐.
도마뱀. 왜 이렇게 많아?
저기로 갔어.
와우.
근데 저기 버그 있어 버그. 너무 많아.
아니 여기 너무 많지 여기는. 나는 뭐야?
This is a champagne white, blanc
White.
blanc.
White
It's a
champagne.
beer with only a Chardonnay. So maybe a less fruity.
Anyway, we splurged a little more than planned, but still enjoyed the delicate, beautifully plated dishes. We weren't big fans of the duck steak, which was the main, but the experience was still special.
Sugar?
Yummy.
And when I explained the confusion later, our butler sent us fruit as a kind gesture.
어디 갔어? 좀 전에 있었는데.
저기로 나. 저기로.
You said go away, and it actually went away.
I love butterflies. They're so beautiful.
뭐? 뷰티풀?
뷰티풀.
So that was our first day at the Intercontinental Danang, a mix of awe and a little bit of frustration. And we turned in early to reset. We were ready to start fresh the next morning, and that's when the real magic of the resort started to unfold. In the next video, I'll show you the Intercontinental's private beach, the dreamy cable car ride, the kids club, and our special dinner at the Japanese restaurant at Tingara. Oh, and the highlight of our entire stay, swimming in our private pool. I'll also share my honest thoughts on the resort, what we loved, what surprised us, and whether it's worth the splurge. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 2. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me share more stories like this. See you in the next one.